And we are live.
Live, yay. How are you, my friend?
I am good. How are you?
Good, good. Just, trying to make it all happen. I have to sneeze. I'm going to put you on mute for just a second.
Hey, that's okay. You seem to have found more allergens in the air in the last month or so, so I feel for you. Trust me.
Oh, horrible, horrible, horrible. So, it's Monday. It's still nice weather. There's no rain. What is going on
Great, but it's a little chilly.
Yeah, it is until about 10 o'clock. Then we're like shedding the long sleeve shirts.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It was so beautiful on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Just not too hot, not too cold. But then when I woke up Sunday morning and I went outside, I went right back in the house and got a thick sweater because it was a little chilly to be outside drinking my coffee.
I know. Well, of course, I walked in, or I guess not so new anymore, but we've had them for less than a year, every morning for anywhere between a mile and a mile and a half, wherever his nose takes us.
Yeah, and the squirrels.
Yeah, and the squirrels. So I've had to wear a long sleeve shirt every, morning for that, because it's like low 60s, mid 60s, and that doesn't work for these two Florida girls.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
No. We haven't actually talked much over the last week. What do we have going on? What's going on in entrepreneur world?
Well, I don't know that we have anything on the calendar for this week. We could, I just have been so discombobulated with travel that I looked, I didn't see anything. So if you see anything, you can let me know. We're getting ready to open up. I don't want to say registration, but inquiries into our virtual cohort that's starting in February. So for all of you that were interested in business startup, but couldn't attend a class on Saturday mornings at an outside location, on site, we'll be doing them virtually. So all over the state, you're welcome to apply, but we'll be posting out some information posts, social media posts with more information about that cohort.
Yeah. Did I just share? I tried to share the video and I just shared it to our action zone instead of move to trash instead of my personal Facebook. I'll do that later. Yes, the virtual cohort, for those who are interested in that, our intent really is only to do a virtual once a year. So this is an opportunity that doesn't come often, because we're touchy-feely. We like to have people butts in seats and hugs and whatever Rosie decides to bake for that Saturday.
I got several emails this week because as I was out of town last week and I didn't teach the class on Saturday, Russ did. And I got several emails from our cohort members that said they missed my snacks on Saturday. Not one said we missed seeing your smiley face. We missed your snacks. It really put the pressure on. I either need to step up my personality game or I need to cut back on the snacks so they appreciate the whole me. But we know that both of those is going to happen anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The virtual class will be pretty exciting. Everybody who's in class knows that Foundry Commercial has sponsored our venue. Because the ECC is just slammed with reservations.
And we have a cohort of nearly 30 people. So there wasn't enough room there. And if that tells anybody anything about the demand for startup classes for veterans and military spouses, specifically at Action Zone, you don't want to delay getting your registration in.
And shout out to Laura Whitfield.
Oh my goodness, I know.
I don't know if she wants us to do that, but our friend Laura from down south near, where does she move? Anywhere around Miami area, somewhere between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And she takes the train up here every Saturday.
I know. And not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, it's a 4-hour train trip from Miami to Tampa, or for wherever she gets the train. And so the class starts at 9, you do the math. And then she left about 15 minutes before the class ended because she was going to leave a half an hour or 45 minutes before the class was over, but she was tracking her train and it was slightly delayed. So she said, I can stay for another 15, 20 minutes. And she did, and then reluctantly left. And then she got there and there was a horrible accident upstream of the train schedule. And she was delayed 7 hours. 7 hours she was delayed to just get on a 4-hour train trip. So dedication, oh my gosh.
I know.
Talked to her about it during the class Saturday before last. And I said, I'm just so impressed that you are going so far out of your way to attend the class in person. And I understand why, but it was her motivation that she has retired recently. She is really focused on launching her business. And so there's just very little obstacle that she can't hurdle. But man, I mean, I get the getting up and getting on a train at 4 a.m. I'm an early bird. I could do that. But by 2 o'clock that afternoon, I'd be hurting puppy and wishing that I was already home. Must have been last Saturday.
I know. Well, she's an incredible woman anyway. So just really excited that we are able, to support her and her entrepreneurial endeavors, and that she's so dedicated. It's great. It's great having her in class.
Yep, it is. It is. I also got some other emails this week, questions from our cohort members on a variety of things that they're thinking about for their business. And I thought it might be an interesting topic to throw your way to see what input you have. I'll tell you what I shared, and then you can tell me what your thoughts are. So this cohort member who shall remain unnamed at this point, is entering into a business in the restaurant industry. And she said that she had not updated her LinkedIn profile because she didn't think it was worth to do for the type of business that she's entering into, the restaurant industry. And she asked my opinion, was it valuable for her to have her LinkedIn profile reflecting her business that she's building? And my advice to her was unequivocally yes, because not only for a couple of reasons. No, the first and foremost is that everybody eats. And while everybody isn't your customer, they're not going to like your food, or they're not ready for your food, or it's too expensive, or whatever. It's not located near them. When you post something on LinkedIn, that everybody in your network is seeing that. And then everybody in their network is seeing that. And on and on and on, like the old shampoo commercial. I told 2 friends and they told 2 friends. So, and the math works out to be, if I did this correctly, and somebody is going to post in the chat that I didn't do this correctly, but I actually did a diagram. I couldn't figure out the math otherwise. I know, I was so, it's one of those rabbit holes you go down. But if I posted something about my business and only 2 people of all my followers shared that post, and only 2 people from each of their followers shared that post, in 4 weeks, 60 people will have shared my post to their network of people. And I couldn't even begin to estimate, although, I probably tried to estimate how many people that means my post reached. So now all of these people know that I am in the restaurant industry. Not only that, but which you can't buy that kind of exposure organic, and you certainly can't do it on your own organically. You have to rely on your network. And then the second thing is that when you put your LinkedIn profile, when you update your LinkedIn profile with your business information, regardless of the stage that you're in, there are people like you and I who are endeared to the startup groups, right? We'll nurture them and we'll offer them suggestions and we'll make connections for them. And that happens everywhere. But you might have people in your network or in their networks that have resources or collaborative partnerships that you need. So reaching out about your business is never, I'm going to say never. I can't think of a reason why it would ever be detrimental to your business to put yourself out there on LinkedIn, because the things you need and the network you will rely on to grow is there. So do it. It might be a hassle to get it done. It might be time consuming to periodically put a post up, but oh my gosh, I don't care what industry you're in. And I mean that. I don't know any industry that you shouldn't put it on there, because the advantages are so far outweigh the disadvantages. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't have to add any. You saw all my thoughts. No, absolutely 100%. So last Sunday, not this Sunday, October 15th. Oh, we didn't have a show on the 16th, so we really haven't talked about this. We launched another company, right?
Hey,
ViTAC Solutions. Yeah, and it was it's a lot of fun. It actually was an idea from Justin McAllister, who, as everybody knows, is a Action Zone alumni. And he sent me a text randomly and about Luminary, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. So we sat down and talked, and he presented an idea for us to partner together to start a company. So fast forward from that, hey, what do you think about partnering, yada, yada, to the actual launch of the company was 62 days.
Oh my goodness.
So, and Jeremy, of course, he did most of the sweat equity at the beginning, the heavy lift, building the website and our e-commerce store and stuff like that. So anyway, it is a partnership with 3 other veterans, Green Beret specifically, and then me and Jeremy. And one of the guys has taken the responsibility of our social media, and he's doing an amazing job. I mean, I'm just floored at how quickly he has educated himself on, Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. And what's the other one? I don't think we're not on TikTok or anything like that, but he is very uncomfortable with LinkedIn. And yeah, so he hasn't built the LinkedIn, and he's like, I don't know anything about it. It's just very foreign to me. Do we even need it anyway? The company ViTAC is
gonna forward this video to him after the fact.
yeah. Well, we meet weekly, in our weekly staff meeting, but we sell tactical aid kits. Very they're curated specifically by a Green Beret medic, who is like Green Beret Medic of the Year, Soft Medic of the Year. So the guts of the kits are very intentional, and he didn't realize how that would translate to LinkedIn. So where I'm going with this is this cohort member, that's where she can demonstrate her expertise.
Right.
In food preparation, in catering or restaurateur, or whatever, instead of just showing pictures of our delicious food and people enjoying it, or at different events that they're working, food safety and things to ask your caterer, things like that are more technical of that industry or that profession, versus just, like I said, pictures of delicious food.
Of course, which also sells. Okay, so you gotta hold it for a minute, because as you were talking, and I was sincerely listening to every word, so don't think I was already thinking about this, but I forgot something that I want to show in relation to this conversation. So you carry the ball for like 29-32 seconds while I run to get.
Do I need to count down 32 seconds? So funny. No, but that's seriously, when you you have to show that you're an expert in your industry. And Jeremy Knopf, who is one of our dear friends, he does PR and advertising, and he is always like, what value are you bringing your customers, that your followers? And for the food industry, she could do that through LinkedIn. That was faster than 32 seconds.
I'm sorry, I'm good on Monday morning. 2 o'clock this afternoon, it'll take me a minute and a half. That is so funny that you said that, because, and you're just going to dive into she and I think alike so much.
You bought his book?
I bought his book, The Become a Recognized Authority Checklist. And I was going to say, Jeremy Knopf, great guy.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to say, Jeremy, you have to watch this morning.
Yeah. And, I've already started making notes, and I have another notebook where I've started putting my own lists on. This is the value of our community. And if you, and back to this being on LinkedIn and just the overall thing of networking, is you have resources you don't even know exist until you really start tapping into the community. And as an entrepreneur, you have several different types of communities. You've got the entrepreneurship community, all the people like us and Tampa Bay Wave and individual coaches and that kind of thing. Those are great people to know. And they always throw out gold on social media. Always. If you're paying attention, you'll find it. Then you have your network of other, in the case of this example, restaurateurs. So they can reach out to people who might have the same type of concept or the same type of business within the restaurant industry. And we might be willing to answer questions or just provide a referral to a resource that they use that solved a common problem in that industry. There's just no end to the opportunities that lie in networking that you can do if you don't want to go out and actually meet people in a social hour, that you can do from your computer, and then advances to that in person. So I highly recommend this. I've skimmed, I got through the first, I think the first 20 pages. I got through the first 20 pages as I was writing notes while I was reading it. And then I skimmed through the rest of it to see if maybe what I was writing down in my notes wasn't applicable because I didn't follow the rest of the instructions yet. But great resource. Jeremy, thank you. I can't say enough good about this, and I'm definitely going to be posting on social media about it. On
Yeah, and we'll put if you got it on Amazon.
I did.
My love-hate relationship with Amazon, but we'll drop the Amazon link in the chat for everybody.
I actually ordered it before I left San Antonio. I ordered it Friday night before I left San Antonio on Saturday, and it got here yesterday morning at like some ungodly hour.
Oh, wow. That's
fast.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
and it's going to be one of these resources that I go back to and that I actually use in class. So Jeremy, when you get the tag on Facebook and you see this video, know that we would love to have you as a guest so you can talk more about this topic, because I don't know anybody better on this topic. We are very, very fortunate that we have some great experts in various disciplines. I saw your email from Adam Bell, the attorney that does patents and trademarks.
Yeah.
What a find he is.
Oh my goodness.
And he just happened to see Russ Barnes speak at a local event and reached out to me and has done workshops for us at Action Zone as well as for me at Bunker Labs for the Veteran in Residence program. And he's just so giving. He's just and such a charmer. He's just such a great guy.
He is, and he's teaching it from London. He's still in London, right?
I know. Well, yeah, he goes back and forth from London to San Francisco, sometimes up. I think he was in Vermont once when I talked to him, but yeah, he did an evening workshop for Action Zone at 6 o'clock our time, which was 11 o'clock his time.
Yeah, just amazing.
Thank you.
Just to everybody's like, what are those two talking about? Those two chatty catties. So Adam is a trademark patent attorney. He does workshops for us, and often we get people reach out to us for help for various reasons or connections to various resources. This particular veteran, I know his parents. They are some of my dearest friends. As a matter of fact, their wedding invitation to our wedding was a real estate packet like this thick of all information real estate, because I was trying to get them to move to Florida.
Oh my gosh.
And you met them, Donna and Evan.
Oh yes,
yeah,
love them.
They're amazing. And so their son, Dante, happens to be also a veteran. And they said, do you have anybody that can help him? He paid, according to Adam, probably too much to get something trademarked. And he hadn't heard anything from them for over a year. And he, dead, what do you call it? Dead on your ears or whatever. Well, anyway,
Dead in the water.
Dead in the water. No response for emails and phone calls and yada, yada. So Adam reaches out to the law firm and just basically says, hey, what's going on? And he was pretty persistent. And, he left me on the chain so I could, and I told them, I was like, because, I'm like, connect and eject. I make the connection, you guys figure it out. But I took personal interest in this because they're some of my best friends. I said, just keep me in the loop. So they kept me on all the emails, and I was watching it happen, and I was like, man, this is why we do what we do. So not only is Dante a Navy veteran, and he's got his own business and things, he's going to get his trademark and done. They're refunding him 100%. They're paying for it to be expedited, And there's something else he's trying to get patented, and Adam is helping to guide him through that.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, and Adam, he simply says, I'm super busy and I sometimes can get to you and sometimes I can't. I will eventually, but this time he was able to, and it's a win for, our community that we have a resource like that that's willing
And
to.
definitely a life-changing event for Dante because he was stuck.
Yeah, I mean, and $1,800 is a lot of money when you're a startup,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, lots of goodness happening with Action Zone.
Yeah, we are very fortunate to have really great connections who then connect us on to other people.
Yeah. What else is we do? I'll look on the ECC, but did we tell them that we toured St. Pete College?
No,
That was fun.
that
They
was
have
a lot.
a newish dean of for their school business school, and he's very entrepreneurial.
Yep. Action Zone will be coming to St. Pete soon.
Yay. I know we are going to I'm going to meet with Greta and talk about what that looks like. So really excited that their entrepreneur program is expanding.
And we had tried back in 2018, early 2019, reached out, Rising Tide. What's the
Innovation Center, that co-working space.
Yeah, we're partners with them and held regular work days, co-working space days there with them, and so gracious to our Action Zone members and all veterans and military spouses. Actually, I mean, they've got a vested interest,
Yeah,
but it's very difficult across the bridge from one side to the other, as anybody who's ever tried this knows. So we're very excited to be able to work with St. Pete College and see how we can support them in their field, in their hometown, in their.
Well, back to Rising Tide, they the co-founders, one is a military family member, and the other is Tina Fisher, is a Air Force veteran. So definitely part of the family, and I believe they still have every Monday, it's free co-working space for military members. So you should check them out. It's a lovely space. They've expanded to a couple of other floors. Right where they're at on that corner, there's lots of good restaurants. The Galley is right around the corner. That's
The
also
chocolate place there, unless it's closed.
Yes, the chocolate place is across from right around the corner, literally. But the Galley is veteran owned, so I mean, it's just a great place. And get your Park Mobile and find some parking for a couple hours. And there's a garage there too if you don't want to park on the street. Yeah, it's a great place.
Yep.
We appreciate our friends over there. Okay, so I brought up the ECC calendar tomorrow, nonprofit leadership roundtable, and that's really good. I've been to that. Grant writing for business, leveraging the power of credit. That's important for business owners. And of course, our favorite event, 1 Million Cups on Wednesday. Wow, they've got some really interesting things. Breakthrough discussion, bridging the generational divide, spreadsheet basics. Ugh.
You need that. You need that in your life.
I do, but intro to common formulas and conditional formats. Something that's in Spanish, which I wish I could read, but I can't. Let me click on it and see what it says. Spanish and sign language are two things I wish I, oh, when I clicked on it, it didn't go anywhere. So anyway, oh, this is interesting. World Trade Center, last Thursday of the month networking. That's interesting.
Very.
Yeah, master the art of design with Canva. Tax awareness in your business. We get so many questions about taxes. If you people, you need to go to this class.
You people.
Yeah. What anyway, yes, tax awareness in your business. Very good one. Again, ECC always coming out with the goodness. all the good nuggets that entrepreneurs and business owners need.
Yep.
All right, my friend. I think I don't have any other news to share.
I don't think I do either. I hope we get to see each other this week.
Oh, well, I'll call you later.
Okay. So everybody have a great week. If you don't have a great LinkedIn profile, please go there today. And here's what I recommend. You Google search LinkedIn and put your industry in there, and you will come up with many more resources than you can to make your head spin.
Yeah.
And I'll put the link to Jeremy's book because this is gold.
Absolutely. And do as we say, not as we do, because Rosie and I are not good at social media.
No, we're not.
But we know the importance of it.
I'm glad that you reminded everybody of that.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great week. We'll see you all somewhere, sometime, maybe at the ECC. Come see us.
Bye.